kicking off. Okay, hello and welcome to the second game of the night. This is going to be between Careless Whisper, that's going to be on the blue team, going against Soggy Biscuits on the red side. So we are just getting started. So as usual, sorry, I was just quickly finishing my sandwich there. So getting into the game now. As usual, my partner in crime, Angus, will be joining me for this game.
Yeah, hi everyone.
And also Dan will be here streaming the game. Oh, right. This is only the second game. We've got one more game after this, so that should be interesting. So coming over to the blue side, we've got the Heku and the Gragas and the Rise bands, and coming over from the purple team, we have the Aria, the Callista, and the final ban is going to be the Azir. So looking at these bands, what do you think so far, Angus?
I don't know. I don't have it open up, but just give me a second, alright?
No problem. So at the moment, both of these teams actually haven't picked up a point. I think this is Careless's. This is their first. This is their first game of the tournament, so it should be interesting to see how they can do. They did have a scrim against JFK, but
yeah, a bit of a late start for them. I think they're playing the next game as well, so
yeah, against the underdogs, that should be a really good game as well.
And yeah, so they found out top laners and jungler for that side. Maybe they're trying to target pick their top lane, get that ahead. First pick in the Maokai, fairly standard pick up that mage top, but they swap over to the Nautilus at the last minute.
Just bear with me, Angus, just carry on. I need to sort something else in the team speak at the moment.
Against the Nautilus.
Hey guys, right, who's banned from talking?
I'm banned from Twitch.
Oh, from Twitch?
Yeah, I got banned for no reason.
Well, we're on Dan's Twitch now.
Yeah, I'm banned from it for no reason.
Right, okay, interesting.
Last time you streamed on that channel.
I don't know, I never will look at the Twitch. Dan normally sorts that out. It's the first time I've actually got my Twitch running today. Should be looking at it anyway. What's up with you?
I want to listen.
Alright, I'll see if Dan can sort it out then.
Picking up those feast stacks.
Alright, is back.
Does mean that maybe we'll get the Maokai on the other side. It'll be a bit of a butting heads in the top lane. Looks like Thresh will be picked up for Battle God here. If it doesn't get changed last second, just letting the time wind down and just deciding what they want to pick next and just trying to prolong this ban and pick phase for as long as possible. Very early pick up maybe for the Vi. Looking for that quick knock up, and gonna have that Nautilus potentially peel for the Victor. Victor's fairly easy to get picked off by assassins. Echo's still up, we might see him played in the mid lane, might be able to jump around those lasers, maybe not, we'll see what comes up. Also Zed is a possibility, or LeBlanc. LeBlanc could be quite good for this team, especially being able to distortion away from Vi and just bring her further into the team if she ever gets caught out. Tristana is probably also a good pick up for Vi. She just gets locked in with that one, can jump away, really pull Vi back into the team and isolate her down. Ix also quite a good pick up, just being able to extend that laning phase, just being able to wave push 24/7 if he goes for that Athene's on Holy Grail. And yeah, Tristana's split push ability and just ability to take towers is very well renowned, just stacking up those stacks with the E, which has been changed recently. And a Jace pickup instead, a bit more aggressive, going to be going for that mid-game power, get an early brutalizer and an early last.
Has the Jace, is this buff come out yet? I haven't actually played Jen since he had been buff. Apparently he only put one level into his ultimate, and he has like six other levels on his Q, W and E. But I haven't actually had a look yet, but that's quite an interesting thing. The first champion to have 6 levels in their Q, W and E.
Yeah, it makes him scared into the late game a little bit better. As I said, he still generally uses a bit more of that mid-game, just being able to poke people off the turrets. Kind of been picked up by the pro players Varus, which kind of does the same thing as Jace, but that utility from the ult rather than being able to change to melee. The chain of corruption from that Varus generally has a bit more of an impact in that team fight environment where you're looking for a bit more carry control from the mid laner rather than just a knockback that Jace provides.
Well, it's looking like it's going to be an engage versus a poke team at the moment.
Yeah. Victor's laser is quite good for poke, and but Civ is, apart from her boomerang, is a fairly short range AD carry, so I'd say they're both fairly heavy engaged. Tristana isn't really very pokey, just got the Jace for poke. And a Fizz is going to be locked in as well, it looks like. Fizz in the jungle can work fairly well, just been picked up by a few top laners in the LCS with that TP smite. But it looks like we're going to be seeing our second Rengar in the match as well.
Yeah, do you reckon he'll be any as good as the first one? Tough shoes to fill.
Yeah, we'll also see with his build path as well.
See, it would have been interesting with the build that they got. I would have thought
like the last Rengar did. Then,
I would have thought the Nidalee would have come out.
Pay for the fact that he does go fairly cast cannon with his builds and just looks to blow up that Severe or that Victor. I did say previously that the Victor is quite susceptible to assassins, so we're going to be looking for these level 6 thriller the hunts into the mid lane potentially. Going to be difficult to combo that with Jace. As I said, he's only really got a knockback. His CC is not well known. He's just going to be stacking up this tier in the mid lane. Going to be looking to just build up his mirror mana, and he's going to be looking for that brutalizer as well. That last whisper that I mentioned before, just get a lot of damage from his Q.
What would you think if they picked up the Nidalee? Imagine the Nidalee, the Jace, the Cho'Gath, and the Tristana all with the poke abilities. Would that have been too strong or too weak if they got engaged on?
You then run into the issue of just not enough crowd control.
But Rengar isn't really tanky either, so they have really only got the Thresh and the Cho'Gath once the Cho'Gath gets going.
It means that with that heavy engage with the Vi and the Maokai to be able to follow it up, and on the hunt you don't really want to be picking a poke comp into a Sivir who can just add that move speed, get that gap close, unless you really do snowball that early game with that Nidalee jungle, or potentially
probably what you want to be looking for, wouldn't it?
It's rather difficult.
But looking at the blue side at the moment, they got a really strong AP, a really strong AD, and it looks like 3 really strong tanks if Vi does go that build as well. Looking at the red side, you've got the Cho'Gath, who's probably going to be more than tanky than AP, I would imagine, depending on how well he could snowball maybe in the early game. The Thresh is going to be tanky. You've got an AD, an AD, and an AD, unless the Trist decides to build AP, but I can't really see that.
You can't build Trist anymore, it just doesn't work.
I didn't think so, but the option was there. So at the moment, it's just looking like Careless. Their comp at the moment looks a lot stronger than the red tier. I mean, I guess build armor and build HP, and there's not really that much AP coming over from the red team. So it's looking like a simple game for Careless.
Have to snowball this mid game with the Jace and the Rengar. Need to really punish this Victor, and just make sure Tristana can scale into that mid game, get an early BF, get that early Infinity Edge, just try and rotate her around the outer turrets and just try and open up that map to allow Rengar to assassinate people in the mid game. So going to be looking for those things. I think if it can get to late game and they're fairly even footing, the team fight potential of Silent Whisper could be a real threat and factor here. But we've only got a minute to go here. Got this Ignite on the Jace, so he's going to be looking for that kill pressure along with Victor as well. Quite bold to take your Ignite on Victor when you are facing this Rengar. So we're going to have to look out for that. Obviously he thinks that he'll be fairly safe in the lane. Might just be looking for that early pink ward from Vi if she can help control that river, or potentially come in for a counter gank. Vi's early game damage can be quite hard and going to be fairly exciting potentially in the mid lane. This Maokai Cho'Gath is not going to be very exciting to watch, although they're going to be both looking to power up, both fairly AP orientated, apart from the feast, which is true damage, which does mean that Cho'Gath can potentially get a little bit of kill pressure on the Maokai. Maokai's just not careful with his health bar, just needs to watch out for that.
Well, obviously the Rengar's could be interesting. He's got his Masters in Rengar at the moment. You've got two level 4s on the Twist and the Fresh, and going over on the other side you've got the level 5 Mastered Vibe. But that pack skin, that's an interesting one.
A rare skin, isn't it?
Yeah, very rare skin. I believe that's from season 1 or 2 when they did the first pack convention. They also came. But yeah, that's should be fun to watch.
Yeah, he could sell his account for a few bob.
For you, Bobby.
With that one on, especially if it's got the platinum border on it. Yeah, really looking forward to this game.
Not that we're advertising that kind of thing.
I'm liking the synergy of the Nautilus with that depth charge, and Vi going to be looking for that assault and battery as well. If they can chain that successfully on one target, it's going to be very difficult for them to escape. And yeah, I mean you wouldn't really want to run niddly into this. I would say that Rengar, if he doesn't get ahead, might have to start thinking about building that tank route rather than the Ghost Blade, and whatever he built the Tiamat into the Hydra as well. It'd be difficult to sustain that if he does get behind. A fairly standard start here. Just
I was going to say very safe at the moment.
Bit of a death ray coming out from Victor, but that will get traded back with a Q. No one really looking to force anything, just trying to protect their own jungle. Both junglers are going to be starting in this bot lane. Going to be looking to see if either of the top laners decide to try and take a gamp and TP up top, but doesn't look like they're really wanting to do that. Both champions with the AoE ability at level 1 potentially could take a camp at level 1 and get that slight advantage, but because they both have AoE abilities does mean that they can push the lane and potentially deny that CS to counteract that as well. Might lose a bit of experience advantage, but do gain the gold advantage if you do that. And not too much happening at the moment, just waiting for this 155 mark. Going to be starting on these rocks and golems in the bot lane.
Yeah, we got to make a rule that every team has to do a level 1 play. But no, it's fine. Very defensive coming from both sides.
So is this Cho'Gath in the top lane. They've both gone for this crystalline flask, so it's going to be very difficult to. They're basically both going to run out of mana if they actually try and kill each other. So unless there's jungle intervention in this top lane, no one's really going to be dying. Also, looks like that Cho'Gath has that mastery that gives him 50 HP shield at the start of the game. Most people don't generally take that because one little ability it strips that off, and it's a bit of a waste of talent after that. Don't really keep it for too long, but seems to be keeping that up at the moment. Might be a bit more effective maybe on that Mal fight, but we'll see how long that lasts for. Doing well at the moment. Rengar just taking this skull crab here, just looking to control that vision a little bit lower than the Vi, who's just looking to move up to their blue buff, and Rengar is a little bit low, just getting those stacks up to pop that heal passive, and it's going to be going back into his jungle to take that red buff.
Well, not really a lot happening at the moment then.
I think a boomerang hit, and a little bit of trade back on the on an Nautilus, just trying to push out and just get that level 2 advantage in this bot lane. Both have now hit level 2, just going to be looking to free farm on both AD carries at this point, unless good hook can land from either one of the supports.
Both teams going very careful at the moment.
Lane, obviously he does
looks like Vi is going to come in for a gank now, and it looks like Cho'Gath has got a while to go. It doesn't seem to be a interesting Q missing there from the Vi, and a good knock up from the Cho'Gath just to get away there.
Yeah, Rengar was also there to counter ganking, unless they were looking to advance further, but that double op should pretty much shut down that gank quite nicely there. By now looking to go down and potentially gank this Jace in the mid lane, who is running out of mana.
Well, Rengar's looking for some action in the top. I don't know if Maokai's going to be able to bait it. Here we go though. The knock-up is there. Rengar getting his 3 stack buffs. Going down to about half HP. He has got the root, and the flash is going to come out from the Maokai. Looks like bot are pinging as well. And Nautilus trying to get some yeah, 2 tanky supports is going to make it really difficult for the ADCs to try and get something out of this. Oh, Rengar just getting the jump off. I wasn't sure if he was going to get back, but it looks like that is going to be first blood going over to the Rengar again for the 2nd time running tonight.
Persistent Rengars, yeah, and getting successfully ganks on the top lane, just burning that flash, just hanging around. Maokai,
and here comes Vi looking for the stun, but it looks like they are far back already, and the Vi just backing off to go back to her jungle.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to get that kill pressure in the bot lane, with Trist having the rocket jump and the spell shield on Sivir, just able to block the Thresh Hook. That death sentence will be hard pressed to actually stick on the Sivir, and with the tanky supports, you don't really want to be focusing them down as well. So should be a farm lane, and I'd say that potentially favours the Tristana in the early game. But as I rightly said, this Rengar really needs to make plays happen, and he has got a kill in the top lane already to try and snowball and get them into an early lead. Looking for him now to pressure mid a little bit more, try and make sure this Victor doesn't have easy time in the mid lane, who is up a significant amount of CS on this Jace. Jace is back for that tier already. Going to be looking to stack that into a mirror mana as soon as possible, but this Victor, who's now backed, already upgraded his Hex Core and come back to lane with a pink ward, so he is looking to protect him from this Rengar.
Okay, Rengar putting the gang down. His HP is already down to less than 50%, and it looks like he is just going to get away there. Putting some serious damage down on the Maokai.
Yeah, really pressuring him out. Only 25 CS to the 33. I think it's going to be difficult. The gank comes in bot lane.
Yeah, I'm not really getting too excited at the moment. He did flash in and knock him back, but he knocked back the Nautilus, and the ADC is going to get away. I'm not sure they're going to be able to pick off the Nautilus either. And the Vi is here to try and get a kill out of this. And it looks like, again, it's just going to be a 0 for 0. Vixen wasn't just a Vixen. Victor was just looking around for something, but it doesn't look like anything's going to come from this. Jace is going to back off while Rengar just collects the mid lane tax.
Yeah, nice.
Are they starting Drake?
Jace did a bit of a Lee Sin moment where he flashed and then knocked back.
They have the Drake is down to 2000 HP, and it looks like the Rengar might want to steal this. The hook coming out from Nautilus. It looks like Rengar is going to get dropped, but he does take out the Vi though, so a 1-for-1 trade there. But here comes the bot lane as well now, and it looks like Victor is going to get took out. Who's going to go down first? The flash, double flash, 3 flashes coming out, and the Cho'Gath managing to ultimate down onto the Nautilus. Then it looks like Victor is going to get away from that, so that is going to be a 1-for-2 trade in the end, going over to the blue team. The red team, sorry, and the red team are actually starting this straight now.
Yeah, Maokai obviously under pressure in the top lane, a TP back to lane, allowed Cho'Gath just to come down and secure the Baron kill after Rengar takes out the other jungler. Leaves this to contest and burst down that Baron dragon. So they are just able to clean that up after
another Maokai taking the top tower. This should be a while.
Yeah, Cho'Gath and Maokai's aren't known for their tower taking abilities. Going to be difficult to burst that tower, as Cho'Gath should make it back to the wave before this minion wave hits onto it.
Rengar popping his ultimate down, and it looks like she's going to down very, very quickly. The Sivir is going to go down to the Rex. The Rengar, who is 3-on-1 now, Nautilus, just getting caught a little bit out, but I think he's going to get away. They are going on him, and the flash from Rengar, is he going to get away? I think he will. Taking a lot of damage from minions, and it looks like he is just going to get away. No one's around there as well to take him down. That revive being in the blue. Yeah.
Got an interesting path.
He hasn't even gone back yet. Oh, now he has. So it was interesting to see where he was going.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of said that I was looking for this Rengar to gank this mid lane. Vi seems to be looking to do that at the moment. Got that assault and battery up. Going to see if it works out. But had a bit of fair warning of that, and just able to reconnect with this Thresh in the bottom side of the river and escape that counter gank.
Alright, well, we're getting.
Rengar had shown himself bot lane.
Well, we're getting.
But great to see the Rengar still back in favour, and Thriller Hunt's really paying off. Gets that another kill on the AD carry, and snowballing this bot lane, and this Tristana, who is now 101, got that BF sword, which is a really nice point for Tristana, just able to stack that damage when you get a few auto attack procs after you proc that E. And yeah, great play by the Rengar, just seeing the windows, timing the flash under the tower, able to get away, and gets away cleanly with only about 20 health. This Jace is now struggling mid lane. I'd really like to see the Rengar help him out a little bit. 20 CS down. The only lane that's really losing for them at this point.
But Jace isn't known for his early game either, so... Well, he is known for his early game, but he's if you're going for the tier, then all you're going to really do is stack that for a bit. But this Cho'Gath is doing a hell of a lot of damage in the top. And it looks like we're getting into the 11th minute at the moment. It is 1-5 going over to the red side, and they have one Drake. And they look like they've just got over a 1k lead at the moment, so it's still pretty even into this game. One team fight is definitely going to change it into anyone's favour there.
I did say in Champ Select also that Jace isn't a great lane to gank because he doesn't really have a great deal of CC to add to it, so very reliant on those bowlers landing and just being able to have that burst damage to wombo combo.
Who did you think was going to take the game? Because I actually went for the blue side at the start of the Champ Select. Did you say who you were going to take?
I didn't really commit, Will.
Didn't want to do it. The Jace just getting caught out, but the Rengar is going to be there to help, and it looks like the Jace is going to get took down. No! But yes, it is. The burn is going to be there. And this Rengar is doing some serious damage. That Vi's to flash out. I mean, the Rengar is 3-1 and 2 at the moment. He only has his ranges, though. He doesn't actually have the Warrior or the Challenger, so...
He has upgraded that to Warrior.
The Rengar?
Yeah. The Rengar's fully upgraded it.
No, I didn't say. I said it was on the Ranger, not the Warrior or the Challenger.
Oh, yeah. Just looking to hard farm that jungle and get to 6. Now he's got to 6. He is really looking to his dominance on the match. 3-1-2, really high kill participation at the moment. Doing a really good job of his team, just being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, just interesting that he took the Rangers instead of taking the Warrior or like the Challenger, something what you usually do. But yeah, like you said, he just wanted that quick clear, I guess, and try and get to one of the lanes as fast as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those champions where you do want to hit that level 6 point as quickly as possible, and just be strong in the sense of items rather than looking for that extra CC. If you can double boiler with your ultimate, it does give you quite a bit of lockdown yourself.
Well, it looks like Vi is going to try and make a play in the middle. Rengar is ultimate. It won't be up soon. It's 9 Nearly up and running from cooldown, but it looks like he's just going to go and take the chickens or the raids, whatever you want to call them. And the Cho'Gath putting some serious damage down on the Maokai still, even at level 9.
Yeah, he's now got to be careful of this feast, which is almost coming off cooldown in a few seconds' time. Maokai has to just be careful that the flash feast and rupture doesn't kill him off as well with a fell screen. Just waiting for that full mana to be able.
Well,
to...
he has the flash and he has the yeah. So he can
really
just do
respect that because he could instantly die, and Cho'Gath would have enough HP just to walk away.
I
with
think
the
he
tower.
might do it now. This is it. Doesn't need to use his flash. Oh no! Oh, okay. Now he has used his flash. Interesting. And he's gonna get away. There's no one there even. I don't even think Victor is gonna even bother to come up.
That his feast would be enough to actually kill him. But,
yeah, I thought it would have been enough, to be honest. I thought he would have.
Fell screen, so he couldn't actually do an ability, and then he needed to beat him.
Maybe he didn't have the mana. I didn't quite see what mana he had.
He did. He had
the mana, so he didn't do it. Yeah, usually you flat. Yeah, well, if you get your knock up.
This Jace though, who's looking to go, I can only assume Black Cleaver. Who really doesn't have a lot of damage at the moment.
The player looks like she's getting into trouble. She's getting out of there. And the Rengar flashing in, still managing to dodge everything, and she's going round. And the Black, great ultimate to protect the Victor there, but he does get took down. But the Victor did manage to get a kill, and Jace flashing in, and he hasn't got much HP either, so he's committing a little bit too much there. But the Victor not being able to do anything, and it looks like the twist is going to. Oh, what hit! Oh, it did it! Oh, that was so unfortunate. And here comes the backup, and it looks like Jace is going to get took down. So in the end, that was a 3-for-2 going over to the blue side on that one. Yeah, interesting fight then.
Yeah, Maokai just flashing at the end. I think he just wanted the kill and just get into the action. Hasn't actually participated in any kills or assists at the moment. Does mean that they've paved the way for Dragon here if they want to take it and just rotate down.
It would be a wise idea right now.
To do that is wise. We're on the base already, and Victor will be shortly following. Yeah, got this phage now on the Jace, but that's still only 20 extra attack damage at 15 minutes in the game. It's going to take him a long time to scale in. Has about halfway through this tier of the goddess.
I was going to say, they're not really taking the mid tower very fast. It looks like there could be another fight here, maybe. They have got the ward in the bush, so they do know they are there. And the Cho'Gath just putting down his wow. Put some serious damage down on the Maokai. He's supposed to be a tank at the moment.
Yeah, Tristana going for the early home guards ability, so her damage spike will be a bit delayed. They're looking to just group up and push this mid lane, use this Tristana to get down a few turrets.
Fight did get caught out, and her HP is just getting destroyed. The Tristana picking that one up, but the Cho'Gath did overextend, and the tower's just bursting him down there. And the Fresh looks like he is going to get away. So another trade 1-for-1 there, and the Victor just going really low. But I think the Rengar's looking for the kill. He has popped his ultimate, and they are going to take the mid tower. Is he going to be able to get anything? It doesn't look like he is. He might run into Sivir though.
Yeah, I need to start seeing a few more pinks on the map by Careless Whisper.
Oh, great hook coming down.
They had a few, but some of them have been killed off. Need to just update that and just make sure that this Rengar is not a threat.
TP top.
Maokai's got his TP, so TP advantage in the top lane. Could be placed nicely to collapse on this bot lane and trade bot lane towers. The tower top for Maokai is fairly healthy as well, so Cho'Gath would be hard pushed if Maokai pushed the wave out.
Maokai going on to the Jace. He hasn't got backup at the moment. The Vi actually did flash and ulti into that, and the Maokai finally gets his kill. Very well played by the Maokai there to stop Jace from getting away.
Yeah, Jace has gone for it. Yeah, as I said, quite a scaling build here, and really needs to get some farm on to be able to reach his potential. Hasn't got that brutalizer yet where he really wants to be, and Rengar just looking to scout.
It looks like Sivir is going to get caught out a little bit too far there. Is she going to get away? The rocket just helping her know. Rengar taking up that kill, and the Sivir just pushing.
At the end.
Yeah. Death by Ebola.
Lots of vision control now from Soggy Biscuits. They're doing a good job with this.
Yeah, they're playing really strong at the moment. The Keller Whisper aren't a bad team either, so they're really doing very well at the moment. The Soggy Biscuits.
Yeah, Brutalizer now been picked up on the jungler rather than the mid laner. Rengar almost equaling the CS of the mid laner, doing a really good job. That Trailblazer's come into effect. Also now Tiamat, so it is going to be a similar build of the other Rengar. And a lot of power coming out of him at the moment. And if only it could be reciprocated by the Jace, they could get a really good push on in the mid. Start trying to get Jace poking off people off the towers, and get Tristana to land a few auto attacks on it with the E, and just stack up a few of those mines.
Yeah, well, we're coming into about 19 minutes into the game, and it looks like the red team are taking like a good 3k lead at the moment, 7 and 11 up at the moment with 1 Drake each, but still very even, I would think. It looks like the Victor is doing very well in the mid, out CSing the Jace, so that could make the big difference in this game.
Yeah, a bit of a fight in the top lane, but I don't think much will come of that.
No, it's a bit of a wet noodle fight there.
Cho'Gath's fully stacked, but they're taking a bit of pressure on the mid lane. That mid tower that Chase is trying to defend is getting quite low. Rengar's just off the side, not in vision at the moment, just looking for them to overstep and potentially collapse them with this Tristana. Doesn't look like it's going to happen though, both teams are quite wary.
For the minute, it looks like Rengar is going to be looking for the kill. Sivir has popped the ultimate to get away. The target seems to be Vi, but Vi using the ultimate onto the Rengar. Interesting not to go on to the ADC. Then that's going to be a double kill going over to the Trist. And it looks like the Nautilus will pick out the Rengar, but not really the person you wanted to go over to. And the Cho'Gath just using the ultimate on the Nautilus. And that looks like it's going to be a 4-for-1 going over to the Soggy Biscuits. A very well played fight there. And the red buff just catching out the Maokai. That's really poor positioning coming from him. He's not having the greatest games. And that is going to be an ace.
Yeah, nice collapse and nice follow-up, and Cho'Gath just beating the Maokai there, and this Tristana's still alive, just able to poke down these towers, and it's going to be great to just extend their lead here. Now looking on 6-7k gold lead, going to get those item spikes before the other people. Great that Jason's involved in that. That'll give him a bit more power as well. I'm interested to see what Cho'Gath turns this Aether Wisp into. Possibly Luden's Echo, just for that poke damage as well, if they're playing a bit more of the poke team, I guess. So I'll just land a Rupture and get a bit more damage off it. Victor's looking to go fairly offensive, going to be looking for this second item, Rabadon's Death Gap. So they're just powering down this mid lane with Vi just tanking up a couple of shots, trying to set up some vision around the dragon, which is about to spawn in 15 seconds. The Skull Crab has previously been taken by Soggy Biscuits, so we'll see if they come and collapse in time. But when they all recalled the base, they were a bit slow on this.
Well, they do go for the Drake. It's going to be a 4 versus 5. The Maokai doesn't even have teleport, so this is going to be a 4 versus 5. Or they're just going to take the dragon, and it looks like they are going to take the dragon. And not really a lot that the Careless Whispers can do there. The Maokai is just on his way, but it's a little bit too late. Yeah, I've got to say
really nice of Soggy Biscuits. They just baited it in to try and allow them just to get some control. Knew that they had
the Sivir ulti going off, and everything's going down onto the support, and that would be the Sivir taking it down. They could turn and attack the Cho'Gath, who is on his own at the moment. It looks like he's got some backup coming, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough. Just bad positioning coming from the Cho'Gath there, unfortunately.
Yeah, with Tristana bot wave clearing, you do not want to be jumping into their team of 5 at the moment, especially when your support does get caught. Oh, he didn't.
And the ultimate coming down from Vi, and this is just what the Careless Whisper needed at the moment. That's a 3-for-0, and Soggy Biscuits has just been a little bit careless at the moment.
Yeah, indeed. Just paying for the fact that they were split up, and nice CC chain. You did see the fact that the Vi, the Nautilus, and the Maokai can put a lot of CC together. Really great for their team. Nice death ray there by, by the victor.
Very high AP damage coming from it at the moment. Has he got his Mark 3, I think?
Yeah, he has upgraded this hex core now to its last limit. You can upgrade it twice, and needlessly large rod and that blasting one will be.
You can upgrade it 3 times, can't you?
It is quite an aggressive build. Does mean that Rengar can pop him down if a rupture or anything lands on him as well. Cho'Gath actually did go for this Luden's Echo, so he's going very AP heavy as Jace.
What's the odds that the Jace can't take down the blue by himself? I was going to say, it's not a good day if you're if the blue buff's beating you up. Oh, unfortunate Jace.
Rengar's popped his ult.
Yeah, just getting caught then, and all of the flash coming out, and Rengar trying his best, getting him down to half HP, and it looks like he is going to get dropped down, and the Rengar going 6-4 and 6 at the moment.
Actually missed the dredge line there. Bit unfortunate of the Nautilus. Kind of panic moment
there's
when
one
you
more
get fed Rengar on you. You just want to get away from it. Misses the dredge line, gets caught out because of it. Just trying to assert some dominance over this barren area at the moment.
Looks like Cho'Gath getting caught again, and the Maokai putting as much damage down as he can, but he's a lot tankier, and the Maokai, I'm not sure what this Fresh is doing. He is really out of position there, yeah, and a bit unfortunate there.
Yeah, Cho'Gath needs to realise that with this Luden's Echo, he does have a bit of HP from his Feast stacks and the Roa, but he doesn't have a lot of defences. He can get bursted down quite easily. It's not like he's build a lot of MR yet, or build generally people buy Frozen Heart on him, gets a bit of cooldown reduction, which is great. He'll be looking to rotate onto this bottom tower where a Winning Wave is about to come into this tier 2 tower. Tristana's a little bit exposed, but she's
using the ulti, but it doesn't look like it was actually used for anything, and she's got to be careful throwing that, because that's one of their main engagement tools, and the Victor's actually taking a lot of damage there as well. But here we go, it looks like the Rengar and the Maokai and the Fresh are all coming around. It looks like the Cho'Gath is going to take down the Nautilus. The Rengar just getting away with no HP, no the buy, taking everything she can to take him down, and the Maokai taking down the Jace, and it looks like it is a full retreat coming over to the Soggy Biscuits at the moment, but a 2-for-1 in favour of the Careless Whisper.
That goal gap from 6-7k that it was, and it's back to about 3k now. Really close this goal gap, and they're not playing too cohesively and not really properly poking down and making sure that the carries are out of the fight. Also, the Rengar paid for his build there and got blown up before he could actually take out one of the squishes in the back line. Wasn't really able to transpose that damage into effectiveness for his team, and yeah, paid for it in that fight. A little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, it looks like looking at the teams as well, they're pretty even when it comes to the late game, so I can't really say which team's going to have the advantage if this game goes to 40 minutes plus.
The Jace will slowly scale off. I think it's why people prefer Varus over him. Tear of the Goddess is almost up to 750, but he still needs to pay the 1400 combined cost to make the mirror mana as well.
Well, people take Jace because they like his quick triple shot, don't they? Especially with the mirror mana, that does a lot of damage with all 3 shots on that.
Yeah. It can have quite a lot of burst. Nautilus, the support.
Oh, it's the Fresh getting caught out just again, but it looks like he is going to get away, and the Rengar is going to take it. So really well played for the Fresh there, and managing to get out. But the Ignite is going to kill the Rengar there, and it looks like that is a 1-for-1. Sivir ult coming out, and it looks like they're putting the full target onto the Jace by just picking out the Fresh there. And it looks like Cho'Gath is in full retreat. The Tristana is coming around the corner, but she doesn't look like she's going to get involved, and the Cho'Gath running out there. And it looks like Sivir has flashed after him as well, but it looks like they have both got away, and it doesn't look like this Jace is going to go anywhere. Oof, just managed to get away, and they've left him. Yeah, 2 people getting away with bare HP there. And the Drake is now live, so maybe they'll go over and do that while everyone has retreated.
Yeah, Soggy Biscuit's really in the ascendancy now as they're going to tie up the Dragons 2-2. Just being a bit more cohesive as a team, really. Not splitting up, not getting caught, and at this point when you are only 2k ahead, the Rengar's ability, he won the early game, has now died 6 times. Just needs to be careful of his positioning and just make sure he can go in when needed. Soggy Biscuits have 2 pink wards in that bottom side of the map now, so it's difficult for Rengar to get in there. Well played to counteract this early aggression that's been hitting them.
Yeah, as I was saying in the Champ Select, looking at the Careless Whispers, they've got a lot more tankier options on their side. And the Rengar looks like he is going full damage at the moment, so if he does get caught, or he takes a little bit of damage from the Vi, the Sivir, or the Victor, he is just going to die very, very quickly, and all that damage is just going to go to waste. So like you said, he does have to be careful there. But also to the Jace, he is caught up in CS now, and looks like they are going pretty even. He is behind in kills. But yeah, a very even fight now. Soggy Biscuits just losing their grip on this game.
At 29 minutes though, you really want to have that Muramana. He's now stacked out that tier, but hasn't actually bought the combine for it. Trying to focus that Black Cleaver as Cho'Gath gets caught in the top lane, but it might be a bait for his team.
Yeah, Fresh just going in a little bit too far, but it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. Rengar jumping on and absolutely obliterating that Sivir, and that is going to be a 1-for-1 trade at the moment. Can they get anything else? Yes, the Cho'Gath is going to take out the Maokai. The Fresh flashing in there, and really, again, the Fresh just getting out with so little HP, but it's working. And that Jace is going to take down the Vixen, so that is a 3-for-1 trade going over to Soggy Biscuits and extending their lead to about 5k now.
Yeah, Sivir gets exhausted early by the Thresh and gets 100%ed by the Rengar. Rengar doing his job nicely there. Like, take this Baron on as they realise that 2 members are still up and their health bars are blinking, so they'll back away from that for now.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything stupid at the moment. They have got the lead, and all they really need to do is just keep snowballing this and extend on what they can.
Yeah, Tristana really needs to focus on getting a last Whisper now to convert this 6-1-7 scoreline that she's amassed. Doing quite well now, playing quite safe, using that rocket jump defensively rather than too offensively and getting caught out with it. Doing a nice job, just managing to get in a few auto attacks. Cho'Gath now realising the fact that he needs to be the front line for his team as well as this Thresh, trying to finish off this frozen heart that Nautilus has had for quite some time. Trying to be that bulky front line. He's got that feast stacks, which are stacked at 6. He's looking nice and beefy there, over 3k health, just looking to increase his resistances a little bit as Jace might be caught in this bot lane, but he will just decide not to see us the way when Maokai comes down. He's just going to be walking to the mid.
Yeah, it looks like a quiet period at the moment. Like I said, pretty even. Careless Whisper, if they get one ace, one nice clean ace, they will definitely be in the lead, so it's definitely not over for them. But Soggy Biscuits really playing safe at the moment and taking what they can. A few bad positionings, letting them down at the moment, but other than that, they are really looking strong and in the driver's seat for this game.
Yeah.
And here we go again, what I was saying about bad positioning, and yeah, the Fresh and the Tristana just getting melted, and again, the Rengar just getting melted. Exactly what I just said 30 seconds ago about bad positioning, and this is exactly what I just said about Careless Whisper just needing that clean ace, and I guess it's the caster's curse that's just made this happen, but it looks like he is going to get away though, using a lot of summoners, and the Vi really wanting this ace, and well played to the Jace to manage to knock him away there, and it looks like they're going to get the tower, and the Nautilus just managing to get away there.
In the conga lines approaching, will be taking out this inhibitor as well probably. Jace and now Tristana has just come up. They might put on a fight for it, but I doubt that they will be able to stop it getting taken down as it goes down here nicely. Yeah, just got to coordinate a bit more, and Rengar just jumping in there, not able to delete a target, and just yeah, just takes a pounding from his build perspective. I was just
Here
praising.
comes the home guard boost, and this is going to be... an ultimate's still not enough, but yeah. Only yesterday is going to get taken down. Yeah, I really hope that the Soggy Biscuits don't actually watch this video, because they are the one that they say they are the cursed team in this. So the second I said exactly what Careless Whisper needed to do, that's exactly what happened. So a little bit unfortunate, and I'm sorry for jinxing that Soggy Biscuits, but nevertheless you are still in the driver's seats. But Careless Whisper did bring up a massive gold chunk there to get themselves back into the game.
They need to work around this Jace pick now. The fact that he's got Black Cleaver, they just need to poke a bit with Jace, try and get some damage on that squishies, try and get a few stacks of Black Cleaver, and just allow Rengar to destroy that target. When that happens, I'm going to be looking for a bit of synergy between those two, and Cho'Gath to land a good rupture to make that happen, or a potential death sentence.
Oh, really random actually story. It's just for some reason it just popped into my head, and I don't know why. But when the Sivir went to the Baron, all I thought about, if she had the Fire Cape, she would have started a Baron. But then you're like, well, why would the ADC pick up a Fire Cape? Well, I remember when I first started League of Legends, I had to play ADC, and my first item I remember picking up was the Fire Cape, and
Nice.
my God, yeah, my team just
You went passive and say, cool, it does damage.
yeah, so being new into the game, I don't know why I just remember that, but I thought it was quite a funny story. My whole team wasn't happy.
That's alright.
Yeah, it's quite funny. What about you? You must have had some interesting
playing 3v3s as Malphite with attack speed.
Oh, right. Oh, well, it's, it's quite funny when you first started this game. I learned a lot in the last 3 years, but yeah, getting back into the game. Interesting, Careless Whisper doing this, taking a lot of damage from that, and the Cho'Gath just trying to put some damage down. This looks like it is going to be a team fight. The Maokai isn't able to get onto the Triss, and it looks like the Rengar was able to get onto the Sivir, but not enough damage going down, and that is a 1-for-1 with the Rengar taking down the Victor, and the Maokai taking out the Rengar. The Sivir has picked up the Triss, and it looks like this fight is nowhere near over yet, and it looks like Careless Whisper are chasing down, and it looks like Soggy Biscuit are in full retreat, but this looks like it's going to be a flash burned and wasted coming over from Soggy Biscuits, and that is going to be a 5-for-1, and this could be GG.
Yeah, super minions in the mid taking down that tower, another super minion comes in, will buff up the other one, and potentially winning the game off this push.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rengar is up. Can he do anything to prevent this? They have got no towers down. The Rengar, no. He's just going to get smashed. He hasn't got that much tankies, but he's managed to hold them off. And that Nexus tower is going. It's going. It's going. It's gone. And that is going to be Careless Whisper taking the game. Wow. That was
well played.
Yeah, a very interesting fight at the Baron that's cost them.
That first game.
No. I guess I've jinxed that again for them. Jeez. Yeah, the Soggy Biscuits were in the driving seat for that game for a long time, and then just kept making a few mistakes. A few bad positionings coming over from the Fresh. Just being able to pull, let the Careless Whisper come back into the game, and that's exactly what they did. Very interesting game to watch, though.
I think the Cho'Gath maybe thought that they were going to snowball the game, went for the Sluden's Echo, then realised that he wasn't that tanky frontline that he needed to be. Rengar paying a little bit with that late game build, only having a 50% success rate late game, actually able to blow up a target. Actually, the Jace pick didn't really work out for the team. They didn't really utilise the Gakes and the amplified Qs that come out of him for the increased range and damage. Really needed just to work around that Jace pick, get a bit more poke on that, and then engage, maybe let them take a bit more damage from the Baron, get a few more Jace pokes, and then engage when it's a bit lower to be able to clean up fights. The fact that Tristana didn't have that Last Whisper also came into play a little bit there, prioritising that lifesteal over actually being able to kill the tanks. As you can see down the line, it has Rune's Omen and Frozen Heart, which got completed quite early by that Nautilus, made it quite difficult for the Tristana to actually do a lot of damage in that team fight when they did bash heads.
Yeah, so we're going to have to round this up because we've got 10 minutes until we're due to cast our final game of the night. But Angus, if you could name your MVP for this game and maybe a few other people who were in the runners-up. Is it that hard?
I'm going to say
It's a tough one. Would you like me to start?
I felt that Tristana did...
Yeah, Tristana was in my top 3.
Did fairly well. Kind of like try to keep that momentum going. Just had issues and they just didn't play to their own conditions. In terms of Soggy Biscuits, great turnaround. The turnarounds were mainly made by positional plays by the bot lane and Vi, just making off some nice picks there. So I will give it to the Vi as my MVP and Sivir as my second probably.
Sorry, who was your MVP?
Vi.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, looking at the Soggy Biscuits, you had Cho'Gath who was dominating in the top. He was doing ridiculous damage. You had the Rengar who was roaming very well. You had the Tristana who was winning the bot lane quite well as well, and the whole team was just doing really well. But they seem to have lost it in the mid lane, and a few items weren't picked up that they probably should have took. But I think my top 3 would have been Tristana for her game, Cho'Gath for the early game, and the Victor. But you've gone for Vi, so that's an interesting MVP. Tough one. I am going to... the Vi did put off a lot of ganks. I didn't think she deserved the MVP though. I was going to go over to the Trist or the Victor. So I'm actually going to put it over to the Twitch, Dan, if you are there, mate. I'm going to put it over, so it's either going to be between Vi, Victor, or Tristana.
Victor did do a lot of work in team fights. I could definitely see him being a case for it.
So we'll just let the Twitch catch up, and Dan will let us know what the Twitch has gone for. I couldn't pick between Victor, Tristana, and the Vi, so... we shall see. Anyway, until the MVP gets picked, it's just going to jump out of here, and that's going to be jumping into the next game. So let me just stop the recording. Boom.